My first day back to the hospital after a 5-day off stretch. I was off since Friday last week, and I am back tonight. It is shift one out of 3, and my next shift is on Friday and also Saturday night. So I will be blogging how it is or what it is to be a nurse, doing night shift and also managing to do life in between. I am a float nurse at a hospital, and I typically work med-surg, surgical oncology, rehab, and telemetry. A little bit about me. I am 4 months in on my first RN position out of school. I graduated in December of 2025, and I was hired on March of 2026. I passed the NCLEX on January. I studied for like 3 weeks and then took it. I did pretty well in school, so I used UWorld for those who may be asking. And I got really lucky because right now the job market is crazy here in New York and many other cities. If you go on Reddit, people are struggling to get jobs out of school. So I am pretty lucky to have a job. Working as a float nurse has its challenges, but I do really like it because I'm not permanent to any unit, and it's more flexible when it comes to the schedule because you're just filling gaps and you're not tied to having to schedule around seniority or other co-workers that may have taken holidays off or things like that. So with me, even Sundays count as a weekend day, which in some parts or some hospitals they don't. So that's a privilege. I will do a cycling workout before going to work. Okay, so it is now about 2 p.m. and I just finished doing some cardio. I cooked some food and I ate, and I also did my meal prep for the next few days. And this is how it looks like. Here I have a few meals. This is dinner and lunch for the next few shifts. Most of the time the hospital food they have the break room, it's junk food, and you get GI symptoms just by working at night, and you also don't want to fall into the rabbit hole of eating late at night so you can just perhaps gain weight or have the negative consequences. So right now I'm just going to take magnesium and other supplements to see if I can relax for a little bit before I go to work. Today's my first night back. I slept 8 hours last night, and I'm going to try to take a nap and rest some more before I go to work tonight. But the first night is the one that's rough. After that, I'm off tomorrow and I'm back on Friday. So today's Wednesday, back off Thursday and back Friday. Here are the supplements that I take. Essentially, we have magnesium, the glycinate option, just an absorbable white version, zinc, and chromium picolinate. Okay, I just woke up from my nap. I slept about 2 hours, and I am going to make something to eat, like a snack, before I go to work, and some coffee. This is my snack. It's just blueberries with Greek yogurt, some honey, and pineapple. This is typically what I have before going to work. And later on I'll be having like a bigger meal, but so far this is gonna be it. I work night shift against my will. Honestly, here in the New York market, the jobs are really hard to get, and right now I had to accept whatever I got first. And this hospital was the only interview that I got after applying to over 100 positions. I remember that I spent over a month applying to positions in different hospitals, including your NYU, Northwell, and others. I even applied to nursing homes, which were the only place that accepted me, and I spent 2 weeks working at a nursing home. Actually, I applied through a staffing agency, and they just hired me on the spot. If you're a new grad, you'll know about the New York City market right now, and in some other metro areas where it's really hard to get a job. But your best bet is just to start in a nursing home if you have no previous experience, and then work yourself from there, because I assume that most people are not making money during nursing school or have other jobs where they make less money, and you are better off making more money at a nursing home compared to your current job, if that's the case. And honestly, you just have to reassure that you just have safe patient to staff ratio, and you don't put your nursing license in jeopardy. So sorry guys, I'm just driving and there's a construction truck. So that's the main thing with these nursing homes. They put like crazy patient to staff ratios, like 25-1 or even 35-1, which is insane. And literally, like, the only thing that you have time for is just to pass medications. Like, I remember they have like blisters, and you push like a huge cart with medications, and that's all you do all day, because you need to medicate so much patients that's the only thing that you have time for. They do have CNAs on site, but it's very odd. It's very different compared to, they don't use IVs, and probably the skills that you're gonna learn are very few compared to a hospital, but you learn something. And it's very manual. Everything's very manual. Like, they don't have Epic or a charting system. I don't think you do charting, because I actually left. We had a couple of blizzard, like snowstorms here in the Northeast, and I remember on the second blizzard that we got, the heavy one, I showed up to work that Monday, and I was late. I showed up like around 8:30 because of the blizzard. But I remember I was on my own without a preceptor. My preceptor didn't show up because they don't do hazard pay in that nursing home, and the only person that was there was CNA. So it was crazy to only see a CNA that was there, because she stayed overnight and she didn't have public transportation to go home. That's why she was stuck in there, and she was just doing overtime just because she had no choice. So at 11 a.m. after I showed up, the manager of the unit just showed up, and the first thing he asked me was, "Oh, do you count the narcotics? You have to manually count them every single day. It's not like an like a pitch. It's like an electrical inventory or this dispense mechanism of medications. That doesn't work like that. I don't even know if they have pharmacy, to be honest. But anyways, I'm like, I have no other person to witness, first of all, and second of all, I'm not even supposed to count narcotics on my own because I'm in orientation. Like, what do you expect? So after that day, I didn't come back, and I'm glad I got the call from this hospital that I work at now, and I'm really just absorbing a lot. And being in Grad is very hectic, and you are going to feel that you don't know anything a lot of times, but it's a matter of just pacing yourself, try to practice safely, and ask questions when something feels off. There's no stupid questions, and there's nothing that you wouldn't learn if you ask, pretty much. Even the most basic questions can be asked. It doesn't matter, because everyone just started at day one, even the most experienced nurse. And I've heard in my very short experience, also, like, other experienced nurses learn things for the first time, even if they have experience, because not everything is going to come to you at first, even during orientation or something like that. So give yourself some grace if you're a new grad out there, and if you need to restudy things from school, go back to it when you go home, restudy, and you have support. You have support on the floors. If you have a very supportive hospital or something like that, you're gonna be fine. So I'm just gonna go to work. I'll try my best to vlog on the job site. I'm not supposed to, but I'll give you updates perhaps during the night, and let's pray for a chill night, because my last day of work 5 days ago, I had my very first RT actually. So it was a little hectic, and I hope today's better. So I'll catch you guys later. Okay guys, I am here at work. They sent me to Med Church today, and here I am just getting some supplies. So it is about 1 a.m. right now, and I'm eating my food. This will be lunch at 1 a.m. But when you can, you know. Good morning. Today's Friday, and I work this weekend. I work tonight and tomorrow. It is currently around 8 a.m. right now, and I'm going to make my breakfast. I will go to the gym and do grocery shopping, and then I'll be back home. So I can try to sleep before I go to my first shift today. Hopefully I can, but sometimes I don't. We'll see. It is now about 9 a.m. I am done having breakfast and I put on some clothes and I'm waiting for my second coffee to come up so I can then go to the gym. After that, I'm going to pick up my groceries. I order online. I just do curbside pickup just to save time. And then I'll come home, eat something, and fall asleep. So I will see you guys in the gym. Workout is complete. I have 20 minutes of cardio before I leave. I should probably make a video on what I do about the gym and dieting, but in simple terms, I train with weights 4 times a week. I try to clock in 8 to 10,000 steps per day, and I do about 100 minutes of cardio per day. I mean, sorry, per week. Sorry, that's insane per day. And that's zone 2 cardio. Zone 2 cardio, if that's a heart rate zone that I target, so I can cover my bases when it comes to calorie burning and cardiovascular health. Okay, let's clean up this mess. Groceries are done. Right now I'm prepping some food so I can just relax for a little bit and go to work. So I will eat and then sleep and then go to work. It is now about 5:40 p.m. I slept like 2 hours and now I'm going to eat something. This is like a little pre-work meal. It's just blueberries, strawberries, Greek yogurt, and honey. So we're headed to work. It is right now about 6:20. It takes me about 20 to 25 minutes to get to work. When you work nights, you leave during peak hours and you get out of work during peak hours too. So you kind of get the worst of the traffic. And it is Friday, so I work today and tomorrow. So I work the weekend. That's something that I hate, to be honest, about the job. But like I said, hospitals, healthcare, it's a 24/7, 365 job or duty, whatever you want to call it. But, and also like coming to, you know, working as a nurse, you have the flexibility of working 3 days a week. I do my own schedule, so I do have a lot of freedom when it comes to choosing the days that I want to work, as long as I keep the every other weekend requirement. But working night shifts, it makes it a little bit worse when you work nights because you kind of lose on social life. You could probably fit in, you know, hanging out with family or friends on Saturday, Friday night, but working nights you really can't. Especially right now, summertime, where people are outside, it's kind of hard some days, but it is what it is. It's just a matter of getting adapted to it, and that's just global in healthcare with healthcare workers. So I'll try to vlog as much as I can when I get to work, but not a guarantee. I do respect very much the policy of social media that hospitals have. I don't know how some people can get away like recording themselves like with pulling meds and things like that. I don't want to expose myself like that. I'd rather just keep my job, to be honest. And I guess because I don't know if they actually enforce that policy at my hospital. I know some places you can get away from it with it because they don't enforce it, but I don't know if that's the case with my hospital. Okay, so I got floated to physical medicine and rehab, or pain medicine and rehab. I think it's PM&R. This unit is not so busy. I do like it, but it can get boring at times because you don't do much after med pass. Right now it's midnight, and I am just eating something. All right, guys. So it's 7:49 a.m. I'm just about to get home. It was a good shift. I like the unit of physical rehab because there's not much to do, honestly. Most patients don't even have an IV, and it's just medication pass, like a rush hour, if you will, and then after that it's just pretty quiet during the night until about 4 or 5 a.m. and then it's just change of shift. So I'm going home and I'm going to eat something and I'm going to go to sleep, and I am back tonight. Probably to the same unit because that's where they need help. Really, the hospital has a general low census, which is odd, I guess, given the time that is right now, which is summertime. People don't usually get sick, but it is what it is, and I don't complain about it. So gotta take the good days when they come. Pre-bed meal, eggs with avocado toast, maybe. I mean, this is just nice at this time. 9 a.m. and I'm exhausted, already showered, so let's go to bed. Good morning or good afternoon. Right now it's 4:56 p.m. I am doing my 30 minutes of cardio in the bike, and then I will eat something and go to work. We're done. I'll catch you guys when I go to work. Okay, so this is pretty much what I packed for my lunchbox. I have 2 mandarin oranges, a Quest bar. This flavor is just the best in my opinion. And I packed some cashews right here. And this meal is basically just steak, rice, and vegetables. And I also pack an avocado.
Manage resources, work, there's records around this, and there's a reallocation of these types of resources. And any part of the wall or agents on behalf of people or agents in general making purchases, I think you'll need a better substrate and a form factor to go track and control and get more value out of every dollar an hour.
Nursing is one of those things that there's very few professions that put you in the spot where you connect the dots. In all of them, right? You connect the dots from what you learn in school and you apply on the field. But with the caveat that you're dealing with something so intangible, which is human lives. Like, how can you put a price on somebody's life? How can you put a price on somebody's well-being? Like, that's priceless. Like, as the quote goes, like, you in life you have many problems, but if you have a health problem, you only have one problem, and there goes your whole focus and energy just to fix that problem, and everything else goes on pause pretty much. So yeah, I commend all the people that go to nursing school and actually take the leap to become a new grad and learn, because nursing school really very minimally prepares you to be a nurse. You learn as you go, you learn on the field, and even 20-30 years down the road, if you make it on the profession that old, you're going to be learning new things. Like, I've just seen it. Like, older senior nurses that have been on the field, they keep learning. And nursing has evolved over the years. drastically. Like 20, 30 years ago, like we didn't have EMRs. Well, I don't know how long ago, but like electronic medical records. Like just imagine, like if you were on that transition, like you used to paper chart, and now you have to use a computer for doing that, and you have to learn and be proficient at using a computer so you can chart in an efficient manner and not spend your half of your shift doing your documentation to help people. And I do love what I do. Sometimes it's stressful, like because you're dealing with a lot of things as a nurse, and I always describe it like you're an octopus and you have many arms, and you're the eyes that are on the patient, and anyone that is going to inquire about the patient, including the family, is first going to come to you. Perhaps that's why the nursing profession is the most trusted one. But enough rambling. I'm just going to get to work. I'll be there in 8 minutes. I don't know where I'm going to be floated to tonight, so we'll see. Anyways, I'll try to vlog like I said yesterday, but I really respect my workplace. Big transition, but I just got home. It was a crazy night. I had one patient that was agitated and I had to call an RT. And she was hypertensive also. Basically altered mental status, and we called the code. I'm sorry, an RT. It didn't turn into a code, thank God. They adjusted the blood pressure medications and everything was fine. But this morning she became agitated and I had to give Cypressa right at shift change. So just imagine, you're giving a report and then this patient becomes agitated. So the morning staff was short-staffed and I had to help. But I got home on time. Right now I'm gonna eat something and go to bed. I have today off, so I'll be back tomorrow, Monday. And I'm gonna wrap the vlog on this clip. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, and just a little snippet of what it is to be a nurse. More to come, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.